All right, we're here now with Mike Daniels, and he owns and operates Ralston Arcade, which actually manages fighting games in Atlantic Canada and streaming events. Mike, you're pretty involved in the fighting game community specifically, but let's talk first about Frag for Cancer and how you actually got involved with the event.
Sure, absolutely. So I've been involved with the fighting game community for about 6 months and noticed that the DESS guys were putting on a Barcraft. So I emailed them and asked if they'd want to talk about cooperating together and hosting a esports and fighting game community event, and said I'd show up at Barcraft and talk to them about that. So I showed up, talked to the DESS guys at Barcraft about doing events together. We put on an event called Frag for Operation Smile, where there was a StarCraft event and a fighting game event. And then after that, Yazid was looking for core organizers for Frag for Cancer 7. And the DESS guys spoke very highly of me and the work that we'd done so far, so that's how we got there.
So the fighting games portion of Frag, how does that look right now in terms of what games you've selected for this year?
The games that will be played will be Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012. Yes, there's been 4 revisions in 4 years. And Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
And you're also going to be streaming on the charity channel as well. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Sure. So the way it's going to work is that we're going to have 2 streams on Saturday, one for the PC games and one for the console games. The console games will be on Ralston Arcade, and then on Sunday we'll have 1 stream which will show all the events, and that'll be the Frag for Charity stream as well.
So you have experience with streaming. How long have you been doing streaming?
I've been streaming for almost a year now. So we started up the Ralston Arcade channel in September 2011. It's 2012 now, yeah. 2011, so it started in September, and now we're coming up on just over a year, so I've been streaming for over a year. I don't want to look back at the archives of those first couple of months. They were pretty awful.
So I would be probably considered a bit of a noob in terms of streaming. Can you tell us a little about what goes into streaming, especially specifically to fighting games?
Sure, absolutely. So streaming sounds like this little thing you do on the internet, but I like to say, bragging of course, that it's like running a TV show. So you have the video game screen, you have the player cam, you have commentator cam, you're switching between scenes. So the great thing about fighting games is that everything happens very quickly, so players' reactions are very instantaneous and right away. So you can switch to player cam right after a match ends, and you'll be able to get the reactions fresh, and whether it be frustrated, elated due to a win, you'll be able to get it right away. Streaming has evolved. It started out very small. You know, technology has caught up recently in the last couple of years that made streaming a lot more viable for a lot more people, so people can stream out of their homes. Streaming started out as just showing the game screen, you know, YouTube videos and streaming, playing Call of Duty or Gears of War, where you just see, you know, epic kill shots and, you know, people wall banging in Counter-Strike. But it's evolved to be more of a television production, more of an event, like I said, where you have the game screen showing the action, you have player cams, you have commentator cams, you have the audience reactions. So it's much more modeled after a television production of a real sports event. So the way I approach streaming is I try to model my streams after the most popular streams in the US for fighting games, which would be Team Spooky and I Play Winner and Level Up. Basically, pretty much copied exactly what they do and put it into my production. So Ralston Arcade started out with me and a bunch of friends playing weekly Tuesday night matches, getting together, trying to level up, play each other. And then after a couple of months of doing that, we reached out to the local fighting game community, mainly the Street Fighter 4 group at the Last Game Store on Monday nights, and said we need to merge the communities, we need to get together and start working on events. They had the community of players, and then we had the streaming expertise to put that together. So I think we've been very successful putting those 2 elements together to bring the community in Halifax together. And not only that, but streaming and social media has allowed us to bring the entire maritime community together. So with Facebook, Twitter, and the streaming, you can bring together Halifax, Spring Hill, Charlottetown, St. John, Moncton, so that even if you're not in Halifax or you're not in St. John for an event, you can tune into the stream and watch your favorite players.
So, personal question, what's your favorite game?
Favorite game right now would be Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's really flashy, really exciting. The combos are ridiculous, and it has everyone that people know. So you can play as Doctor Doom, you can play as Captain America, play as Thor, play as your favorite Capcom characters from Resident Evil, from Mega Man, you name it. So it's got a little bit of everything.
Who do you think is missing from Marvel vs. Capcom?
Everyone rants and raves about how Mega Man is missing from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but I think Zero is a better fit. But I would like to see them go way back and say do a character from Breath of Fire series or something like that. That'd be really neat.
Ralston Arcade, where can folks find you online? Where's your main streaming channel?
Sure, you can check us out on Twitch TV at twitch.tv/RalstonInstall, and you can check us out on Twitter at Ralston Arcade, and that would be the best spot to find out more details about Low Tide Throwdown coming out in November.
We're here at Edible Matters in Hammonds Plains, where everything is local. We're actually not here to eat today. This is also the headquarters for BlueNoseGaming. We're going to talk to the owner, Chris Sooley.
Hi, I'm Chris Sooley, the CEO of BlueNoseGaming, the Nose Gaming.
So Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself and about BlueNoseGaming.
Stephanie, we're BlueNoseGaming. We basically started our company to have a nice gaming experience for people in the Atlantic provinces, and we wanted to be able to have an even playing field for everyone that played. I was sick of playing it. I'm a big gamer myself, and I was sick of getting lag killed. I hate going around the corner and getting hit by a sniper shot when on my screen I'm hidden.
So how did you guys get started? How long have you been doing this?
I've been a big gamer now for, well, basically since I was a child. I remember when Atari first came out, and I was first in line to grab it. When I moved up here a few years ago, I noticed that the closest servers were in Montreal, so I wasn't getting a very good ping when I played my games. I basically sat down and said, you know, Atlantic Canada needs some good game servers, and I created this just so that we could grow gamers in this area. We need to have some support and some back structure for gamers.
So what servers is BlueNoseGaming offering right now?
Well, we have everything from Minecraft to the newest CSGO, and we're actually looking at DayZ, which is still in alpha, but it's a great game, and we're looking at 50 to 100 people servers in that. Basically, we're offering all the top FPS shooters right now, from Team Fortress 2, all the versions of CS, and up to even Left 4 Dead.
So recently we got a chance to participate in a tournament that was put off by the Dalhousie Sports Society for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And I know you guys were there too, but before we talk about what capacity you guys were there, tell me, how did you feel about the event?
I loved it. I thought it was excellent to see 40 or 50 guys playing the game and another 10 or 15 in the lounge watching. That was the best thing ever. I really want to be part of that type of things, and going to LAN parties years ago were great, but now we can do it online with real servers. It's wonderful.
So you guys were a title sponsor for the event. How did you get involved there?
Well, I contacted Nick at the DES, Nick and Eric, a couple of months ago when I saw that they're doing BarCraft. And I love StarCraft myself. I'm not a great player, not on the Pro Tour like these guys are, but I like the game. And I contacted them going, you know, these guys are growing a community and actually having gamers out doing events. And I wanted to be a part of that, so I wanted to contact them and see if there was anything Blue Nose could do. So what we did, we offered servers for everyone to play on. So right now, the Dalhousie Sports Society have every game that we offer for free, so that we could get more gamers and more of a community base. And the CSGO tournament was the first tournament for us to put off.
So what other events are you guys looking to maybe sponsor in the future or be a part of organizing in the future?
Well, we have a couple of great ideas for a DayZ, kind of a manhunt Hunger Games type thing. 100 people on the server, last person wins the prize, last one alive. We're also looking at probably doing some TF2 or another CSGO server around the HalCon time. There'll be some surprises hopefully at HalCon, so stay tuned.
So Chris, you're a gamer, obviously. Bring it down on a personal level. What's your favorite game?
My favorite is Team Fortress 2, as you can kind of see with the spy behind me. I have about 3,700 hours in TF2. It's a little kind of shameful that's about a year and a half of TF2 play, but I'm a huge gamer. I have a couple of hundred games on Steam, and first-person shooter is probably my favorite genre. I enjoy strategy game, and I really like puzzle games, but first-person Twitch shooters are my game.
So someone who kind of has their ear to the video gaming industry, you're kind of in the know. How are you feeling about the current state of the gaming industry?
It's amazing. I think that we're on a cusp now of a big blow up in gaming in Atlantic Canada. I think basically we had a lot of people playing in their basements and in their bedrooms and not knowing there's other gamers around. Now that we have our servers up and some great guys like the Bell Aliant Society putting off tournaments, we're going to get everyone together in one room and share Steam accounts and game together. So we'll all get out and grow a nice big community together. I'm looking forward to the full release of DayZ. DayZ, I don't know if you know about this one, but that's a mod for Arma 2 that started just a few months ago, really, but it's blown up. It went from 40,000 players to over 1 million players, and they just announced they're doing a standalone game by the end of 2012. So I'm really looking forward to that. I enjoy it. It gives you a real heart rush when you know that you're being hunted by everyone in the game, plus the zombies.
So Chris, for the viewers at home, if they want to find out anything about BlueNoseGaming, where would they go to find you?
Go to BlueNoseGaming.com. That will be your first step, and from there you can see our Twitter account, which is Twitter/BlueNoseGaming, or Facebook/BlueNoseGaming. We have all of our info there. You can read about our servers, about upcoming events, links to other gaming communities like the Bell Aliant Society, and that's a great jumping start to look about us and learn a little more about gaming community and locally.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Stephanie, and glad to have you here.
I'd say Mega Man's my favorite out of everything. Like I have a huge Mega Man collection. It's kind of what I grew up on, and I have a Mega Man tattoo. That's kind of bad.